What's up, guys? Welcome back to Northern Nomads. And today we're going to be talking about fire pouch. Why is a fire pouch important? Well, I think it's very important. I didn't start practicing this after probably 2 years of camping. I would always walk around with a lighter or matches. Um, but then slowly I learned that a fire pouch is important. That's having a separate compartment just for your igniters and your fire starters, and basically that helps you to organize yourself in an emergency situation or in camping. You can easily have access to the stuff that you need to start a fire. Why is fire important? Well, fire is important because it serves for keeping warm, making sure you don't get hypothermia. Fire has many uses: sterilizing your steel, your knives, your needles, if you need to sew or stitch yourself up. It could serve a number of purposes. Fire is very important, and that's why it's very important to have a separate compartment just for your igniters and your starters. So let's see what a fire pouch should contain inside of it. First of all, I always carry a emergency blanket. It's not really a fire starter, but it will help you if there's a lot of wind, rain around you to provide some cover. So I always carry one of these. Second of all, you must always carry 3 sources of fire. So for me, I always carry 2 lighters, a magnesium bar, and last but not least is a ferro rod. So a ferro rod is you use the back of your knife to scrape and cause some sparks. The ferro rod is a very useful tool. So 3 sources of fire, but also 3 sources of igniters. So first and foremost, you always want to have a bit of cotton, polyester cotton, natural cotton. Doesn't really matter, both will ignite. I carry another igniter that's good to use with your ferro rod is a char cloth can. Basically, inside of this can, you drill a hole in top of it. You put a piece of cotton in there, like a piece of your t-shirt, such as I have in here. And when you have a fire, you let it sit by the fire and heat up. That will char the cloth, making it easier. It's almost like a thin piece of coal. Make it easier for you to set a spark and start a fire. So this is a really good format of it. Another one is petroleum jelly. So you can find this at the dollar store. Petroleum jelly is very ignitable, which will help you to produce a fire faster. In a situation where you don't have time to waste, well, it makes life a hell of a lot easier. I always carry a small amount of hand sanitizer. This can useful for washing your hands, but also for igniting a fire. Just a couple drops of this on your small splinters of wood, and it will get it going. And this is the lifesaver of lifesavers. I always carry these around. These are 3 pieces of rolled up duct tape. Now, believe it or not, duct tape is a lifesaver, as always. So what happens is when you're stuck in a situation where the wood's wet, it's been raining all day, it's snowing, or there's a lot of wind, duct tape is your savior. Why? Because once it's lit, it usually doesn't turn off. And two, the format of using this, which I will teach you in the next video, of how to start fires, different styles of fires. So how to ignite them. You basically put these in a triangle format, ignite them at one end, and they will burn long enough for you to get a couple sticks that are wet, a couple sticks like this that are wet, to start drying up. So once it's dried up and it actually starts burning those small sticks, you have a coal foundation to keep the fire going and build it up. That's the idea behind this. And always have a steel multi-tool, a small one, in your pouch. Yes, you can carry a knife while you go camping. You're like, why should I have that? But you never know where you can drop your knife, or leave it lying around somewhere and you forget it. Believe it or not, it happens more often than you think. That's why they recommend your handle of your knife to be an orange, yellow, red, so that it's easy to be found while it's lying on the ground or leaves. But a lot of people have lost their knives, so I recommend having a multi-tool or a small steel knife in your pouch. That way, when you need to start that fire, you're not looking around trying to figure out, oh, where did I leave my knife? Where could I have dropped it? At that moment, you need a fire to stay warm. You're going to want to make it. So always have that in there. It will be very useful. So basically, that's what a fire pouch consists of. Essential to carry everywhere. I would even recommend to have one in your car. You never know where you get stranded. Fire is heat. Fire is warms up your food. Fire purifies water. Fire deters animals from coming to your camp. Fire is life, basically, when you're out there. So I suggest everybody get a pouch, always have it handy, and use it when you need to use it. Thank you for tuning in today, and remember, pack up, practice, and prepare. If you like what you see and hear on my channel, please like and subscribe.